guys, and welcome to the garage. Back at it with the GMT400 front end rebuild. Next thing we need to do now is tear off the lower control arms so we can get new bushings and ball joints pressed in. But to do that, unfortunately, this truck has a torsion suspension, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult than just, unbolting the control arms, because we're going to have to take out the torsion bars first, at least out of the control arm. So we're going to do a few experimenting here, because I've never done torsion bars before, never had to, so it's going to be my first time. I'm going to show y'all what I'm going to do right now. We're going to see it both together on camera if it works or not. Well, now we're under the truck, and this is what I'm referring to right here. This crossbar, I'm going to try to remove it and slide it back while taking the torsion bars out of the lower control arms, or lower A arms if you like to call them that. So what we're going to do is unbolt 1, 2, 3 bolts on both sides, way over there as you can see, and we're going to see if it actually works. Just for the record, outer bolts 18, inner bolt 15 millimeter. Let's take them out. Oops, got to get a wrench and hold on the nuts back there. God dang it. And that's an 18 as well. That's good. Just gonna took that one out. What I like to do is put the nut and bolt together so I don't lose them and I know where they go. Just for now, I'm putting it in the toolbox. There's 2. Let's go to the other side. Right. Not again. God dang it. Here's the gosh darn wrench. Great. Bring it on. Oh, taking out the middle bolt now. 15 millimeter, and we might need a 15 millimeter wrench. Yep, 15. Okay, here goes nothing. Ooh. Huh, that didn't move. I'm surprised. Let's go try the other side. Oh, that was the last bolt. Let's try moving it. Huh. Interesting. Well, my custom exhaust is in the way. See, this is my True Duals, and this right here is sitting literally on the cross member for the torsion bars. Literally sitting on it. No space to work with. So I'm going to have to lift it up and see if I can move this whole thing back. Because if that works, we'll be in business. But if it doesn't, we'll have to undo this bolt all the way out, which means losing my angle and losing my ground clearance pretty much to where I like it at. So I'll have to find all that stuff over again if I take that bolt out. That bolt, and there's one on the other side. And after that, you're supposedly supposed to take these out, the where you can slide out the whole assembly, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah. I'm gonna lift this up. I'm gonna lift this up. See if we can do it that way. You can move it, but we'll have to take it out from the control arm side. We'll do that in just a second. It's out. That's probably our problem. Find out. Probably coming out from the torsion key. Let's check it out. Well, seems like it is coming out from the torsion bar. So just in case, I went ahead and marked this with the frame, just in case. And I marked the torsion bar itself with the key. So, yeah, you can see better like that. And I put a little mark on the frame here just in case, you never know. So that's what I did, just in case if this whole thing were to come out. So, yeah, let's get back to banging on the lower control arm, shall we? I can tell it's coming out from the torsion bar key over there. We're just going to keep hammering because all we care at this point is to get the control arm out. Well, the lower control arm finally came out with a lot of banging and pushing and twisting. With the control arm though this time. As you can see, the right side came out without the torsion bar. In this case, it was so stuck in there, it just came out from the with the torsion bar and the whole thing. And if this happens, if it gets stuck to the control arm, the torsion bar, this is what you do. I was explaining it earlier, but my phone overheated, so it lost footage. So that's what you do. You hit it from here a few times until the thing pops out. And as you can see, this fell straight out. And yeah, that's what you want to do. Here we are 17 hours later trying to get this torsion bar out of the control arm. We put some brake fluid in there. Hopefully it would penetrate through the rust and come out the bottom. And then we can bang on it a couple times or whatever and get it out or something like that. But we're going to let it overnight, and if we couldn't do it, we'll probably take it to the machine shop, which we're probably going to use as well for them to press out the bushings and the ball joints on both control arms, including that one over there. Forgot to film it, but after a lot of banging and brake fluid, things like that, letting it sit overnight, finally got the torsion bar out of the left lower control arm. Right now, we got the ball joints pressed out on both of them, and we're about to clean them up real good and press the new ones back in. Now that we took care of the lower control arms, we're gonna do some stuff with them. I'm gonna finish this assembly right here. I'm gonna take out the center link, so then we can take out the idler arm and idler arm assembly, and we're gonna take out the pitman arm, which you have to take out the steering box to do that. You should probably align it perfectly so when you put it back together you can put it to where the steering wheel is straight again, but my steering wheel was never straight, so we're just going to do the right thing and not do that. So yeah, we're going to take out this castle nut right here. There's another one on the other side way over there, and we're going to take out that, but again, you can't take out the pitman arm until the steering box is outside the truck. So let's go ahead and take this one out first. Too small. Nope, too small. Too big. Too 22 millimeter. Dang it. Got our fancy breaker bar here. We're just gonna take it right off. Do the same thing on the other side, except instead of dealing with the pitman arm, you'll be dealing with the idle arm, but it's the same process, so we're gonna just go ahead and do that off camera. That's one. That's two. And the center link is out. Next thing we got to take out is the idler arm and idler arm assembly down there. We're not going to bother taking the idler arm out. We're going to take the whole thing out. One, two. There's a third one somewhere down in there. We're going to unbolt those right now. 1, 2, 3. Nope. 18 millimeter. I knew I was right. And probably we need an extension. Great. Perfect. Yeah, of course we're going to need my fancy extension arm. Perfect. It's probably the original one since 1995. Okay, so the bolt is through this access panel and this access panel. And to get access to here, I have to remove this and move this fender well out of the way. For this one, I'm just going to be lazy and try to use it with a wrench. So I'll have to go and get the right tool to do it. Great. Okay, I give up. Needle those pliers. Comes right out. And this kind of scoots out of your way a little bit. And you can kind of push this up and you'll get a little bit more access to that little hole over there with your 18 millimeter and extension. As you can see, just put it through there until it reaches the hole, the hole of the bolt. What I'm doing is I'm holding the wrench with one hand and the ratchet with another and just twisting with both of them to make things a little bit quicker. See if I can show y'all. Just like so. It's out. It's all out. And out it comes. And by the way, now it's time to remove the pitman arm. But we can't do that without removing the steering box. And the reason why we're at this skid plate right here is because we're going to have to take it off to have place for the steering box to slide straight out. Let's just do that right now and take it out. Too big. It's just a 15 millimeter. We'll take it out. To take out the steering box, first you got to unbolt the steering column right here, as you can see. And I've already done the first step, which is peel this plastic cover up and away. It's usually on this line down here. As you can see me move my finger down there. This is where it goes. It's on this line. You pull it right back, and as you can see I have a socket on there. It's 11 millimeter. You just keep cranking away, the steering column comes right out. And then what you do is you get a pry bar after backing that bolt out that I showed you, not all the way, just enough to where it's loose and easy to pry it out with a pry bar. And you just keep prying it out until it comes out just like that. Now we're going to have to undo these two power steering lines. There's one and there's two. Right there. Two of them. Okay, so I went ahead and undid the lines real quick off camera. They were a pain. Had to use a lot of WD-40. And quick side note. Good thing I caught it in time, but you're going to need some sort of catch pan to catch all that power steering fluid. It's going to be changed out, so yeah, I don't really care to save this stuff, but it's bad for the environment and it's better to just put it in a pan and recycle it properly. Okay, and the last thing to do to get the power steering box out is just 1, 2, 3 bolts. It's right in here. 21 millimeter. That's extra reinforcement because I'm weak like that. Works every time, just like magic. Yeah! There we go. Works every single time. Never failed me. You might want to just scoot this over. Kind of put this behind it. In my case, there's not bolts holding it. In your case, there might be bolts you'll have to take out. Actually, no, there will. There we go. Works every time. I always use this tip. I always use it. Always. And not one single time has it failed me. Which it comes to prove once again. If you give me a long enough extension bar, I can move the world. Again, I don't really care if any of this stuff falls into the pan that we put under there, because this fluid is going to be replaced, and this fluid that we have right now is going to be professionally recycled. Here's two. Yeah. Well, they're about the same length, so we don't have to memorize which goes where. Whatever. So this one I might just want a regular wrench, or maybe not, because there's no 21 millimeter ratcheting wrench that I've got. So I'm just going to have to do the right thing and just use this. Will it fall out? I don't know. We'll find out. Okay. It's loose. I'm going to try coming from the top and getting it that way. Probably not the smartest thing in the world, but it'll do. What we're doing right now is we're getting ready to slide out the power steering box. And out it comes. Just gotta kind of find that sweet spot and wiggle it out. You get the picture. You get it. You get it. See why I told you we gotta remove that skid plate? Come on down with the fluid and make a mess. Woo, woo. And now we're going to have to take out the pitman arm off this steering box. That's a 35mm and it don't fit right. And because I'm cheap, I didn't go out and buy a set of sockets that would probably fit on this. So we're just gonna roll with what we got here. And we got an impact gun to hopefully zing this off. Let's try that out. Yep, worked. Yep, exactly. And here comes the fun part. We're going to use this tool right here. Sweet, it's brand new. Not even used. Okay, so here's the tool. Basically how it works is it opens from down here basically, and these bolts go into these holes right here, and you clamp it onto the pitman arm just like so. Just kind of loosen this too to make it go a little bit lower. Now you're going to clamp these and get your little screw nut things. I don't know what they're called, so you're going to have to bear with me here. Just put them on the back like that. And get your other one and do the same thing. Just bolts right on the back. Make sure don't go nowhere. Just kind of tighten them on there so it'll just grip on there real good. And make sure it does not go anywhere. Now, to get you something that fits on this, I knew my cheap little 24 wouldn't fit. Dang it. 27 might work, and again, I'm too cheap, so I didn't go ahead and buy the sockets now, because if I get them from Lowe's, it'd be a lot more money than if I could just go on Amazon and buy them, and I can't wait right now if I go on Amazon for like, what, 2 or 3 days. So, we're just going to use and work with what we got. Just get that, and just, wow, that was a total failure. Make sure it's turning the right way this time. And just comes right out. Well, that was the end of the removal stage of the whole front suspension kit on a 1988 through 1998 GMT 400 platform trucks. If you liked the video, please do me a favor and leave me a like, comment below with whatever suggestions, what you liked about the video, whatever it is. And subscribe to the channel. If you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? It's free, and you get more notifications of my videos that take forever to upload and edit. So, be a part of the team. And if you want to get in touch with me, there's an Instagram link in the description. Click on that, and that would be the easiest way to get in touch with me. I usually respond by the end of the day. So, like the video, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one.